Okay. Hey, this is Catherine. I am back with a reaction video. This is my first real reaction video. It's to AmberLynn Reid, who I don't know. This isn't going to be a funny reaction video. If you're one of those, check out Zachary Michael or Michael B. Petty or anyone else. This is kind of like why I am frustrated with AmberLynn, because, well, we'll get into the video. So go ahead and...
Hey guys. Okay, so this is a 3-part series that I wanted to do. Struggles being me.
Pause already. I'm going to be doing struggles being me versus struggles being AmberLynn Reid. So here we go. Let's get going. So
this is my first series ever. I don't know how this is gonna pan out or how it's gonna go, but what this is I'm going to be talking about 10 struggles per video. So there's 3 parts. There's going to be 30 struggles that I experience as being a morbid, obese person.
Okay, so these are going to be my struggles being not only morbidly obese, but extremely handicapped. Again, I have fascioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy. It gets edited down to FSHD if you want to look it up. I also have OCP, which is an eye disease I can't even pronounce, but it's causing me to go blind, and it's really making it hard to look at tutorials. So if I completely screw this up, blame it on the OCP.
Let's just get into the first part series of the series. What? Okay, so number 1 is back pain. That's kind of like an obvious one. I suffer from really bad lower back pain.
Okay, Amber, you know what? I suffer from back pain in my lower back, in my ribs, in my shoulders, and my neck. You know why? Because the muscles that hold all those bones and tendons and ligaments together are wasting away to nothing. And so I even have a gigantic lump on the back of my neck where my spine is starting to curve. I can't hold my head up straight, which is why I slump a lot. Oh, I'm probably slumping right now. So yeah, I feel you on the back pain. You know, I try to avoid taking opioids. I start out with, 500 milligrams of Tylenol, and if that doesn't take care of it in 4 or 5 hours, then I try a dose of naproxen, which is the prescription strength of Aleve. It's the same basic thing, anaprox, sodium, whatever. Anyway, by then I do usually feel better, but some days it hurts even to breathe. I can't breathe. Although the machine, the ventilator that's humming here beside me, it forces me to breathe. And it hurts. And those are the days when I reach for an opioid. Actually, I reached for one today just because, I'll admit, because I have a toothache too. But also my back hurts, my neck hurts. Ugh. So I take Lortab, also called Norco, which I think is hilarious because that's also the name of my supply company. I get my medical supplies from Norco, and I take Norco when it hurts. Also called Vicodins. Everyone knows the Vicodin. I just say hydrocodones to, because I don't know what one they're going to give me. It's like actually hydrocodone plus acetaminophen, and I don't care, I just say hydrocodone. My caregivers know what I mean, because who knows what brand name I'm going to get from the pharmacy next. So, let's hear some more about your pain, Amber.
I have been to a chiropractor. This was years ago, and he did tell me that I have a bulged / slipped disc, and that sometimes my spine can get swollen. This word is hard for me to pronounce, but I also experience hip bursitis. I am bad at pronouncing that word. So I know it's because my stomach is really big, and I also have a really big butt. So there is a divot like near my bulged / slip disc. So when I am standing, even for just like 2 minutes, I am in excruciating pain. That's my alarm. I'm gonna stop that. I am in excruciating pain, like just horrid pain. Sometimes I can't even take a full breath. And I know it's because of my weight, because it's gotten worse as I've gained weight. And it's embarrassing, because even just waiting in the line to see a movie for 2 minutes, I'm like, oh my god, it hurts so bad. Like, it's embarrassing. You can see the pain.
Okay, this will probably upset some people, but it's the truth. Chiropractors are not doctors. They're backcrackers. That's it. You know, so if I were her, I would go to a doctor, get a second opinion. You know, I don't know. Okay, hip bursitis. I think she probably means bursitis, which it wouldn't surprise me if she has it. I have arthritis in my right hip. I've been told I have it. I had x-rays done many years ago. My right hip is always killing me, but bursitis, of course, is an inflammation of the bursae, the like tissue with little pockets of fluid that help cushion joints. Like when you pop your knuckles, what you're doing is you're popping the bubbles in the bursae. And no, it does not lead to arthritis. I don't even think it leads to bursitis. But yeah, it's possible, you know, considering her weight, considering the trouble she has walking, and the amount of time she's been sitting. She may very well have inflammation like bursitis in her hip joint. So I'll give her that one. You know, I may have it too. I don't know. I'll need more x-rays done. What else hurts you, Amber?
Written on my face. So number 2 is also a pretty obvious one. I am less energetic. As I gain more weight, I feel more lethargic and just kind of fatigued. I don't have the energy I used to have, and I miss it. Like, I miss it a lot.
That's kind of a no-brainer. I also feel lethargic and fatigued because my muscles are wasting away. I don't even have the muscle strength to breathe on my own. So yeah, yesterday, and I do have like a medic alert bracelet. It's not that brand, I forget. It's kind of an off brand, but Medicare pays for it, Medicare or Medicaid. So I can push the button if I feel like I'm in trouble and no one's responding to like the beeping vent, or for some reason maybe the vent isn't beeping, maybe it's malfunctioning, you know, just something. Although mostly I hit it by accident. Anyway, AmberLynn should maybe consider getting one of those, since she recently did some videos about falling and she's scared of getting stuck in the shower. Although, you know, I take bed baths, so I don't know if it's waterproof or showerproof, so that could be a problem.
You know, in my head, I'm like, I want to go play mini golf. Yes. Oh my gosh. Because I still remember myself as this person who was a lower weight. But then when I actually go do these things, I'm just like, it's pathetic. It kind of ruins a lot of experiences for me, and I can't.
Okay, cry me a river. I would like to be able to just stand, okay? I would like to be able to just breathe. Oh, poor thing can't go play mini golf because she gets out of breath. Well, you know what? Stop doing mukbangs. Stop eating out twice a day. I don't care if you make more money in a month than I make in like 10 months on Social Security disability. Just stop it. Stop it. I don't understand why you keep doing it. You blame the binge monster. Well, you know what? When it gets to the point when you can't get out of bed, I just pray that Becky and Ricky and Eric just don't go to Taco Bell for you. Just don't drive all the way to Lexington to Cheesecake Factory to get you orange chicken and takeout. I don't know if they do takeout, but just whatever. Just, I hope they don't. But I hope you don't become bedbound either. I hope you get it through your head. You can still go to restaurants you like, but there has to be healthier options. Instead of orange chicken, I know you love it, and you eat it like twice a day if you could, or eat it at least once a day, it seems like. Try cashew chicken with vegetables and cashews, and not all the sugar. I just don't understand. If you really miss those things, the power is in your hands, and your hands alone, to be able to go back and do them. But then again, I've seen this said in like 3 different videos now. Every Damn Day Fitness said it. I think Kicking Geese said it. I know Christina Blackfeather said it, and I know you don't want to listen to any of them, but maybe you do need to be institutionalized at this point for your own health. Just like someone going to rehab for alcoholism or drugs. If you insist you're a food addict, you have a binge eating disorder, and you've gained 200 pounds in 2 years, which blows my mind. I thought I was bad gaining 75 to 100 pounds in 10 years. Just stop, Don't end up like me. I mean, I can't just go to McDonald's whenever I want anymore and get a Big Mac and fries and shake, whatever. I'm pretty much stuck right here eating what is fed to me. You don't want to end up like that. You gotta learn to start making the smart choices now.
Even control it. Number 3 is I can't ride rides at amusement parks.
Okay, again, this is a cry me a river moment. You can't ride rides at amusement parks. You know what? Even when I could still walk and was walking with a cane, I couldn't ride rides at amusement parks because their insurance wouldn't cover a disabled person. Now, I know Disneyland is different. I mean, they have wheelchairs for disabled people and let them go right to the front of the line. I've heard that from people who've been to Disneyland. I've never been. I doubt I'll ever go. But, Disney I'm sure has way better insurance. I don't know which way to slow. There we go. Way better insurance than Captain Fantastic or whatever traveling carnivals, amusement parks, whatever you've got in your area. So you can't ride at amusement parks. You could. Again, you could.
But we're not on that one right now. Number 4 is lack of cute clothing. I will say I try my hardest to find cute clothing.
Lack of cute clothing. Well, for one thing, You shop at frickin' Walmart, okay? You know, I used to shop at Walmart when I was like a Tim and was making minimum wage. When I actually started earning real money, which is still pales in comparison to the $120,000 you allegedly make a year just making YouTube videos. Sorry if I sound a little salty. Sorry if it sounds like I'm throwing a little shade. You know, sounds like I'm trying to spill some tea. I don't know. All these phrases people use. But the point is, yeah, go to Lane Bryant. You know, I know you're hooked now on Torrid. You do Torrid hauls. And you buy dresses in the wrong size. And then you wear them backwards. So that the laces that go up the back become chest pieces. And then you complain you don't have cute clothes. Well, okay. There's Lane Bryant, which I know in the past was like old lady stuff, but I don't know. I was wearing their stuff when I was in their 20s, and it seemed like, you know, kept up at least with similar fashions to Walmart, only way better quality. There's Woman Within. There's Avenue. Avenue is great. Do you have Avenues in Kentucky? Because I think you would feel really home there if you went there. But of course, you can buy all this stuff online too, just like you do Torrid. Even if you know, you say you live out in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, and your only grocery store is Walmart. You gotta drive 2 hours to Lexington to find, you know, a good store like Target, which when is Target I don't know. I always thought Target was like Walmart. Like I said, go to Lane Bryant, go to Woman Within, go to the Avenue, or look up their web pages. Get stuff that fits, you know, and wear it correctly, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, your dresses all look weird because they're backwards. Why can't you be proud of having a nice back piece? It's because it doesn't show off enough cleavage? Whatever, girl. Ma'am. No, ma'am.
Number 5 is needing an expensive scale. So because I'm so much bigger, I can't just go into Walmart or like TJ Maxx and be like, okay, I need to buy me a scale. No, because most of those only go up to like 260 pounds. Some of them go up to like 3 something. That's pathetic. Like, that is so pathetic. The scale that I have now is over $300. I did wait until it went on sale, so I did buy it for around $160. That's freaking ridiculous. I am currently using a scale that they use at like car shops to measure car parts. Like,
okay, yeah. You know what? My doctor's office does not have a Hoyer lift. I have a Hoyer lift here at home. What does that even have to do with anything? Well, they do have scales that can weigh like a wheelchair and weigh a person in a wheelchair, and then subtract the wheelchair's weight to get the person's weight. But you need a Hoyer lift to get me up because I cannot stand under my own power at all. My leg muscles have deteriorated far too much. So the only way I ever get weighed is when I get admitted to the hospital because their beds weigh me. So yeah, 10.5 years ago when I got the tracheostomy and I was on a liquid diet for a couple of weeks at least, while the trach was healing and I couldn't talk and all that good stuff. It was such a nightmare. I swear I did have a nervous breakdown and I have PTSD now. I might have shook my head there a little bit. Just in case a Vichy Pop was watching. I hope I got her name right this time at least. Because it's not diagnosed. Because I haven't been to a therapist in a long time. because I'm scared. Right now I'm kind of using this vlog therapy, talking out some of my issues. Which probably isn't healthy, but at least it's a start. Maybe I can just show my vlogs to the therapist. We'll see. Every day I get a little closer to typing in, you know, the local therapist to take Medicaid / Oregon Health Plan / Willamette Valley, whatever the hell it's called. It was ridiculous. And, you know, like I said, okay, 10.5 years ago, liquid diet, then they started feeding me hospital food on a diabetic diet, and I think my weight did get down to like 187 or something like that. Which, you know, because I wasn't really eating any real food for however many weeks. So, I mean, that is one way to lose weight. I don't want to see that happen to Amber, but, you know, that's why I say I just gained about 100 pounds. Because when I was hospitalized in December, it was December 27th, I think, for having food stuck in my throat. The bed weighed me at like 186 pounds. But then when I went back on January 15th, when I had the UTI that became septic and also possible pneumonia and mild pleurisy and all that crap, my weight was already down to 275. That's because I'd been so sick and miserable. I wasn't really eating much at all. I was laying in bed and not eating. Now I am trying to watch. I'm not eating very much healthier than I should. I mean, I know I watch Every Damn Day Fitness. I know I need to eat 3 pounds of broccoli a day. And all this stuff that he says. It's hard. Everything's so damn hard. That's what I should call my channel. You're Every Damn Day Fitness. I'm Every Damn Day Sucks. But, no, my point is, you know, yeah, it's pathetic that you have to buy a carb heart scale to weigh yourself. At least you can weigh yourself. And you can exercise to lose that weight. You don't have to do something like be so sick that you can't eat. That's the only way I can lose weight. Maybe I'll be hospitalized again soon to see if I'm down to 261 or 264, whatever my fitness pal says I should be at now because of the way I've been eating. So we'll see, you know. I don't want to be hospitalized. Maybe I'll find someone that's got a scale that can handle me in the wheelchair and the Hoyer lift and all that crap. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Especially since you don't even fit on the carb heart scale yourself. So it's not like I could, you know, I don't have $300 to buy one, and I doubt I could drive my wheelchair up onto it, so whatevs.
So number 6 is housework is hard. You know, things like mopping because it hurts my back. Doing the dishes is horrid on my back. That is like the #1 most painful thing I can do is wash dishes. I literally am like my second dish in and I am just crippling in pain. It hurts so freaking bad. Just regular house chores, you know, cleaning out the litter box hurts my back. Just everything makes me so like tired, but that's another struggle that we're gonna talk about. But everything is just kind of painful. And
okay, now this makes me mad. There was a time, of course, when I could stand and walk. And you know what? Even when I weighed 200, 300 pounds less than you do, it still hurt. my back would still kill me. My shoulders would kill me. My arms would feel dead. But I had responsibilities. I had chores. Things that needed to be done. And so I did them. I endured the pain. To me, you sound like such a quitter. Yeah, it hurts. Take a Tylenol or a leave and get to work. That exercise will help you lose some of that weight. Yeah, it hurts. It sucks. But I have no sympathy. You did this to yourself. I did not have a choice. I did not have a choice in my genes. And you can talk about the binge monster all you want. The muscular dystrophy monster is worse. I'm gonna die young, not by my own actions. You're gonna die young by your own actions, or lack thereof. This is why I have contempt for you. My nose is running. It's disgusting. I know this might get clipped out. See how hard it is for me to even reach my own nose? Whatever. What next? Housework hurts. Boo-hoo. What next?
Number 7 is I'm too big for gym equipment. This kind of like, this one hurts a lot because this is a new struggle. I went to the gym.
I'm not sure I even have anything to say about this part. I can't exercise at all. I explained this in my first video. Muscles are built by tearing down the old muscle tissue, what they call micro tears, micro contusions, something like that. I learned this from Every Damn Day Fitness because he's a big bodybuilder guy. I mean, he knows stuff. So, you know, and this is something I've heard before. He's just the first person I've ever heard put in any kind of term to it. Micro tears, yeah. But the thing is, then your muscle's supposed to repair itself and be bigger and stronger than ever. But when you have muscular dystrophy, any of the muscular dystrophies, when you... Well, again, I tried to explain this in the first video and I messed it up probably. There are many different kinds of muscular dystrophy that attack different parts of the body or different kinds of muscle. Some only attack skeletal muscles, some maybe only attack cardiac muscle. I mean, they attack combinations of muscles. I'm lucky, quote unquote, because mine is benign and only attacks skeletal muscles, so my heart won't just suddenly quit beating because of the muscular dystrophy. Instead, I'll probably have a heart attack or stroke because of not being able to exercise and having diabetes and all that. It'll kill me. You know, it'll have an accomplice, let's say. Let's just say it'll have an accomplice. But the point is, I can't exercise because with all muscular dystrophies, whatever muscle group it affects, the proteins in the DNA, the information, the genetic code that says this is how you build more muscle. And yes, I just farted there. I don't know if you could hear it, but I'm not going to be like AmberLynn and blame it on the dog. I did. Anyway, the information is missing. So I can go out and, well, it's about a time I went out and worked hard at jobs I probably shouldn't have been doing. Like when I file clerked for 6 months and had to push around 300 pound carts full of files, or even just taking phone calls from different departments in the building, running and fetching files, putting away cartloads of files. I shouldn't have been doing any of that, but I felt like if I quit, then I would be a quitter. And at first, I did feel stronger. I was, having an easier time pushing carts than after a few weeks than I had at the beginning. But you know what? After a few more weeks, I developed foot drop in one of my feet. I could not raise the toes. So I kind of had to kick my foot out to the side to walk to keep from tripping over my own toe because I could no longer raise it. And then a few weeks after that, it hit the other foot. Foot dropped there. So now I'm walking all crazy with both feet, flipping out to the side. I was a temp. I was desperate for work. I took the job. I kept it for 6 months, and it probably led to my body being destroyed faster than if when they called and told me about it on the phone, if I'd said no thanks. But I was afraid if I said no thanks, then I would get put on some, shit list or something of people that they didn't want to call for jobs because I kept saying no. Even though this was good through, I'm gonna name them, I don't care. It was through Goodwill Temporary Service, which made a point of hiring disabled people. And yet, I felt like whenever I turned down a job because it affected my disability, I was punished. So I started calling them ill will instead of goodwill. But anyway, yeah. So micro tears happen when you use muscles and exercise hard. And in a normal person, then they would build up muscle. But my genes, or anyone with muscular dystrophy, their genes are lacking that information. So instead the muscle doesn't get built up. Instead it wastes away. So don't cry to me about how embarrassed you are to go to the gym. You can do exercises around your house. It's not going to kill you. You won't lose the use of your legs or your feet or your arms or your diaphragm or your face like I have, If you like the treadmill so much, take your fat little dog Twinkie out for walks. It'll be like a treadmill with scenery, and you'll actually go places. So just walking in place, And you and Twinkie would both benefit. I sure hope you didn't name that dog Twinkie because that's what you feed her.
What? Number 8 is I can't ride a bike, I can't go camping and things like that. Which freaking sucks so bad because as a little girl, I would go camping all the time. Back then I didn't care about like bugs and stuff. Now I do care. So I mean, I miss camping, but I don't miss that part. But the whole riding the bike thing affects me the most because even as a little girl, I loved riding bikes. I would still love riding bikes if I could fit on one, but I can't. I am way too big. I don't even think I could do it, to be honest.
Okay, you know what? I can't ride a bike or go camping either, and I used to do both. Okay, maybe the camping's a bit of an exaggeration. Me and my sister slept in the backyard in her tent, but it was still fun. It was still outdoorsy. Oh my God, the stars at night were incredible. Astronomy is also one of my interests that I failed to mention in my last video when I listed off Cats, The Simpsons, Ancient Egypt, comic books. There's astronomy too. My grandma used to buy us subscriptions to all kinds of scientific magazines for kids when we were kids. We had 321 Contact, which I know was also a TV show on PBS. My sister had the Zoo books and Ranger Rick. I had Odyssey, which was an astronomy magazine, which I don't think they publish anymore because whenever I try to find it, I can't. I find Odyssey of the Mind, which used to be called, when I was in school, Olympics of the Mind, which wouldn't surprise me if the Olympic Committee sued over that one, so they had to change the O to Odyssey. But I actually participated in that in 1 year in junior high, and it was fun. We had to do things like, write a computer program that would help us get through a maze. Of course, Steve Fink was like the most brilliant kid in our class, and he was mostly in charge of that. But we also had to then come up with an alphabetic and numeric system then to relay the computer information to the people that were trying to navigate the maze. And we did that with the brooms. We decided we were janitors, and we were there to clean the maze. So we were dressed like, janitors. We had, and like I said, we had the brooms that we used. We used mnemonics, which I'm sure is a word we didn't even know back then, to help us remember what each broom signal meant, which way to go and so on. All the treasures and traps in the maze we had to make ourselves. Made some in art class. Made quite a few at Ingrid Carmeter's house, because her parents had a good workshop and they're all very artsy and talented. And, it was fun. The only problem was, usually, this was the regional competition, and usually the top 3 places would go on to state competition. But there were only 3 people doing our maze competition. A lot of the others, like, building balsa wood structures and hiding weights on them, things like that, they would have, tons of schools participating. I don't know why the thing I ended up being in was, only 3 schools participated, and they decided, so then even though we came in second, we would have come in first if I hadn't ended up in the maze's ultimate trap, that was, dinged against us. So we came in second, so we still should have gone, but since only 3 schools participated, then only the #1 place got to go to state, which royally sucked. So anyway, I know, I miss things like that. I miss seeing people. I miss... Okay, another thing. I used to watch Celebrity Fit Club on VH1. My husband and I were both big fans. And it was nice seeing people, you know, get their lives together and lose some weight. Of course, you know, that show's been off the air for a while now, so I have no idea how many people kept the weight off. But one season, Bruce the Lanch was on. Sorry, that's my ventilator. It thinks I'm breathing too hard or not hard enough or something. But anyway, if you've ever seen Bruce the Lanch, he is a big guy. He was on, you know, the last incarnation of Hollywood Squares a lot. I think he would probably be like... he was a writer. I think he writes screenplays or something like that. Or books even. Or adapts the books for movies. I don't know. He's a behind the scenes guy. He is a big guy. And they had a task where people had to ride bikes around a track. And they had, you know, a nutrition person, a fitness person, and a doctor were the staff. And they determined that it would be unsafe for Bruce at his size, which I don't remember what it was, but again, he was a really big guy. You probably Google it and see how big he is. I don't care. But the thing is, they decided it would be unsafe for him to try to ride a regular bike. So they got him one of these giant tricycle bikes. You could probably ride on one of those. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a fitness expert or a nutritionist, so I can't give you real advice. But I'm just thinking, you know, I mean, it can't be any more embarrassing than going to the gym and finding out none of the equipment works for you because you're too heavy for it. You know, ride the bike, ride around the block on that bike and take Twinkie with you, you know. Tie the leash to a handlebar or something, because I don't imagine you'd be going very fast. And I've seen, like, you know, people in my own neighborhood here, little old ladies, whatever, ride the bike. You know what, you can ride the bike to Walmart because there's room in the back for a big basket for your groceries. How about that? Brilliant. Brilliant. Instead of getting in the car and driving across the street to Walmart, whatever, I mean, of course, I know, you don't drive. Instead of getting in the car and having Eric or Becky or Ricky drive you across the street to Walmart, ride your bike tied up out front. Maybe don't take Twinkie with you, that might be a little dangerous for Twinkie. But still, you know, and only buy, instead of, you know, go ahead and use your little mobility card. I don't blame you. I mean, I never used one myself because I was too embarrassed. So, but, you know, the thing is, I know those mobility carts don't have really huge baskets. I know you usually have Becky or someone with you, probably with a big grocery cart to hold all the, you know, stuff that won't fit in your little mobility cart basket. Well, try only buying things that will fit in the basket. You know, buy fresh fruits and vegetables. And not a bunch of jewelry that you'll probably only wear once and then lose in your jewelry collection. Not a bunch of candles, because I'm sure you got plenty. You know, you probably got enough incense to last forever. Why do you need so many scented candles and incense? box because you don't clean out the cat's litter box. I mean, that's another chore you can do. I know it'll hurt, bending over. No one wants to put their face in a litter box, but you know, it's a movement. You need to move. All I can do is just shake my head in disbelief.
There is a bike that I want if I ever get to the weight that I need to be at, and it just sucks because it's like little things like that I feel like people take for granted, and it's like I can't even do simple things like that, and it just sucks. And I feel like I'm kind of like living in a cage, and like I can't do anything.
Okay, here's where I really get mad. She says she feels like she's living in a cage. Again, it's a cage of her own making. I know, you know, there are a lot of overweight people in my family. My mom was overweight. She died way too young of kidney disease. My dad was overweight, but he also had muscular dystrophy, but he also worked through the pain. He was a dairy farmer. He owned his own gas station. Even when he was dying of hepatitis C, he still got out and worked in his own little shop, you know, that friends helped him put up, where he sold tools and toys and car stuff like, you know, oil and things like that. You know, like he used to sell in his gas station. He sold all that stuff in his gas station, and then you know, friends helped him out by getting him a trailer and a nice spot to put it, and helped him move all of his tools and stuff into it. This is a man who had muscular dystrophy, who'd had a heart attack as a result of hepatitis C, and he still got out and went to work. But you're trapped in a cage because you send your friends out or to buy tons of McDonald's crap or Taco Bell crap. And I'm going to admit, on Valentine's Day, I prayed for a quote-unquote special dinner so my husband wouldn't have to cook. And because I was craving it, honestly, you trigger me with your mukbangs. You make me want to eat some of that crap myself. I sent him to Taco Bell to get us dinner. And to be honest, I looked at that menu and I wanted to make a list of like 5 or 6 things. I wanted to like practically have my own mukbang minus the camera. But I didn't. I picked 2 things. Just 2. And even after entering them in my fitness pal, I was like, damn, I could have had maybe one more thing. But I didn't, you know? I didn't. You need to learn self-control, and your friends need to learn when not to do things. I mean, really, I guess they are enabling you. Enabler sounds like such a pejorative term, but if you can't get across the street to Walmart or Taco Bell without one of them driving you, or if you just stay home in your bedroom and they go out and pick things up instead of cooking healthy things for you at home. You know, in another video you said you spent like a week in your bedroom only going out to the bathroom. Well, what did you eat during that time, and who fixed it? Who brought it to you? if they were running to McDonald's and Taco Bell and whatever restaurants you got down there in Kentucky, yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a real cheesecake factory in my life, but you know, regional things. Whatever they were doing, instead of just cooking you vegetables and lean protein and stuff that would make you feel better and get better, well, they're enablers. I'm sorry, you know. I love Becky. I think she's really a lot smarter than she comes off, you know. Because she's got the slow Kentucky drawl, and people say she's simple, but I don't know. She thinks of things you don't. And you get mad when she does. And I think that's part of the problem. Is everyone's afraid to upset the great AmberLynn. Well, when you're trapped in your bed at 600 pounds, you know, they're either going to have to upset you or hospitalize you so that, you know, weight loss experts can upset you, but somehow you're going to be upset. You've had more mukbangs. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. That's my 1 hour warning before I go to bed. I don't need an alarm to take my meds. I have caregivers. And you're going to need caregivers. Real caregivers. Not just your friends that bend to your will. If you keep this up. Anyway, let's see. So you're trapped in a cage. A cage that you made yourself. One mukbang at a time. What else?
Number 9 is that towels can't fit around me. Obviously.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Towels can't fit around you. Who cares? Do you need towels to fit around you? Just step out of the shower, dry off, and put your clothes on. That's it. I don't know if there's like a hallway, if that's your problem. We'll try, you know, next time you're on Torrid, see if they get a ride, if they have robes. Or women within should have robes. I think they're mainly undergarments and sleepwear anyway, I forget. See, all I wear are hospital gowns. Some I bought myself off Amazon, a lot I just ended up coming home in from the hospital.
Last one for part 1 of the series is bras and underwear are super uncomfortable for me.
Okay, yeah, bras and underwear are super uncomfortable because if you've really been wearing the same exact bra as long as people say you have, you've out-fatted it by about 200 pounds. Yeah, I can't remember the website I got my bras off of, but they were there. I don't wear bras anymore, I just wear hospital gowns because I don't care. But back when I did care, you know, there was a website that catered to larger women. And do you even know how to measure yourself for a bra? Did anyone ever teach you that? For, you know, the number, like say, you know, 34B is maybe like a common number. You know what that comes from? The 34 is how many inches around the rib cage is. So you have to measure yourself first around the rib cage to find out the proper number, and then to find out the cup size you have to measure at the fullest, across yourself at the fullest part of your breast or bosom if you want to be more delicate. And you know what I forgot? I know I'm terrible at giving advice. Come on, you can Google it. The cup size is something like every inch your boobs stick out over your rib cage or something like that. I mean, Google it. But still, you can measure. That's the problem. You're probably not even measuring. Like you bought that bra from Torrid and you didn't even know if it would fit. Torrid is expensive. Why would you even guesstimate? I mean, get a measuring tape. Swallow your pride. Have Becky measure you and get a bra that fits. And ditto your underwear, you know? I mean, if you look at a catalog, they tell you how to measure. I mean, again, I'm sure you can find it online. Just doing it by guessing by golly is how you get uncomfortable underwear. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that is it. I will make a part 2 if this does okay. But, yeah, her struggles. Check your privilege, girl. Again, I mean, I have overweight people in my family. You know, I sympathize. I've struggled. I was made fun of all through high school. I was even made fun of in middle school. Kids are mean, you know. I can keep up in gym class. I was always pudgy. I was always assured that the weight would come off when I got older. It didn't, not until I started dieting and started exercising by going for walks up and down our gravel road with my dog, and then getting that job as a file clerk, which ultimately was a mistake, but hey, I mean, it got me down below 200 pounds, so of course now I have no idea how much of that was muscle that I lost instead of fat, since I still had the belly, but, you know. Well, my cat Grant is crying you a river. I'm not shedding any tears over you. I'll see you next time, maybe. You know, and, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll have social media links in the description. Maybe catch on the flip side.